Mr. Crawford, as always, thank you very much for your time. We're going to chat about your runners on Saturday at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. You've got a good few of them. You start in race 1 with the son of one world, Nico Stratus. How's he doing back at home?
No, he's been doing very well at home. He's been on the grass twice. His work has been decent. So, you know, it's never easy in the juvenile races. As long as he's not green, I think he'll put up a good show.
Fantastic. Then we move along to race number 3. So you got a break in race 2. You got Chasing the Rainbow, Emo Kelly, Mr. Fox, and Perfect Impact. Let's start with Chasing the Rainbow. What are you expecting there?
Look, he's a horse I think that's looking for further down the line, but he was very green on debut, hence the reason we opted to give him another run down the straight. So I think he will improve on his debut, but I think he's going to need to go a bit further.
And then a horse like Emo Kelly just had the 1 start. I see that Louis been booked to ride. I'm sure there'll be natural improvement on the cards.
Yeah, I was happy the way he raced on debut. He showed good early speed, seemed to know what he was doing, but just, you know, obviously needed it and compounded the last bit. He's definitely come on at home from that, so I think he'll make further improvement, and he's probably a horse to consider for quartets.
Talking about first-timers, Perfect Impact, number 14, the ride of Craig Zaki. What are you expecting from him?
Very nice horse. Unfortunately, he had a setback early in his career to have a wind up. So, you know, he's been given the time to recover from that. He's been doing very well at home. I'm sure he'll probably just need the outing, but he's a horse to keep an eye on.
And then Mr. Fox, back from gelding, drops back in trip. I'm sure this will bring him on from the effort as well.
Yeah, look, I think he definitely needed to be gelded. His work at home's been a lot better since the gelding. He's a horse that we do think's got ability. We've decided to opt to just give him a run back down the straight for now. But, you know, the Kenilworth 6 is a tough race, so it's not a race that he would have no chance in, and he's probably a quartet horse for the day.
Lovely. Race number 4, you've got 3 runners. Let's start with number 2, Bazonda. Gareth Wright gets the ride for you. Had the 2 starts. I see that was over 1,200 metres. You stick over 1,200 metres. Expecting a money chance?
Yeah, look, I think, to be fair, Brendan, I think she's got to improve on her current form. You know, she's a filly that could maybe look to go around the turn after this. But on her current form, I would suggest we watch her run, and hopefully she shows improvement.
You got another first-timer, number 8, Miss Macky. Richard Ferry gets the ride. How's this filly doing at home, Mr. Crawford?
She's been doing well. I think she'll need the experience on debut. But she's a filly that will learn a lot and will improve. But I think for Saturday, she'll need the outing.
And in the same race, number 11, Bittersweet, the ride of Louis Mkotwa. I know Alistair's always pointed out that we need to watch her closely.
Yeah, look, a filly that, to be fair, her work at home's been a lot better than her race performance. So she's a little bit frustrating at the moment. Once again, leading into the race, her work's been top class. So if she brings that type of form to the races, then definitely a horse that you need to respect.
Race 5, the start of Jackpot 1. You've got 3 runners again. We start with number 1, Bayra. Louis Mkotwa gets the ride on this first-timer. Filly, memory serves me correct, she galloped at one of our breakfast mornings, and it wasn't a bad gallop.
Yeah, she did. You know, she's a nice filly. It's a filly that's definitely looking for further. So I think she will need the experience and the outing on the weekend.
Then you got number 3, Princess on the run, coming back from a small break. What are you expecting there?
Another filly that's been working well at home. Obviously, her current form doesn't suggest much, but the way she's been working, I am expecting good improvement from her, but obviously she needs to show it on the track.
A horse that must have a big chance, number 11, Hurriquako. I think that's how we say it. Richard Ferry gets the ride, flashed home on debut. It was very impressive.
Yeah, very good run on debut, as you say. Finished her race exceptionally well. I think she's come on immensely at home, and I'll be disappointed if she doesn't make her presence felt.
Beautiful. Looks to be one of the better bets on the card. Race number 6. This goes off at 3 o'clock. Again, you've got 3 runners. Let's start with number 2, Preserve Forever. Gareth Wright gets the ride, coming back from a small break, and I have it on good authority. The owner can be quite difficult.
No, listen, she's been doing very well at home. She's a filly that's crying to go around the turn. I've been happy with the way she's working. Obviously, from a fair barrier draw, we can put her in the race. And I'm expecting her to run a decent race.
Great. Then Tusk and Romance, number 8. What you see on paper is what you're going to get from her. She's very consistent.
Yeah, listen, her last run was a bit disappointing, but to be fair, maybe she just needed to freshen up a bit. We've reverted back to 6 furlong because we seem to think that's her best trip. There's a possibility that we may put some cheek pieces on her on the weekend, so we'll make a decision in the next day or two. But you know, on her best form and on her work, a filly that has to be respected.
And then 12 Strawberry Thief, the ride of Richard Fourie. I'm sure there'll be quite a bit of improvement from run 1 to run 2.
Yeah, without a doubt. We're very soft on debut, shown that she's improved at home. Whether she's improved enough to win, I think, you know, possibly need one more run, but definitely expecting an improved run from her on Saturday.
Then we go to race 8, where you've got 2 runners, 2 horses that we know very well. Let's start with Solar Power. One of these days he'll also get it right. He probably just needs some sort of a help in ratings.
Yeah, listen, you know, he's at his ceiling. As you say, you know, he's right up there in his ratings. He's a horse on his day that can be competitive. So he's never a horse that you can leave out. He's doing exceptionally well at home. He looks amazing. So yeah, you know, if the race goes accordingly, it wouldn't surprise me if he ran a good race.
And then Willie John, has he got you stumped? I know that you've often said that he puts in some good work back at home.
You know, Brandon, sometimes those horses just come and find you, and he's definitely one of those. So yeah, I've been really disappointed with him. I really thought 2 or 3 runs ago we were back on the right track, but anyway, we'll see if Pumi can bring the best out of him. Certainly a horse that has the ability when he wants to put his mind to it. So if you're playing wide, you know, he's probably the right horse to put in, because I think if you leave him out, he'll come find you.
A horse that might find us is in race number 9, number 10, Lady Lookalike, back from a small break. There's something there with this individual. I know that she's been helped in the by the handicapper, drops in ratings. She could be a lively contender at a big price.
I think that's her biggest asset. She's come down in the ratings, which is definitely going to help her. She looks really well. You know, Gareth's been happy with her work at home, said she's feeling really good. So I'm expecting her to run a decent race.
And the last of your runners, you've got a coupling in race 10. Let's start with Aladdins Lamp. I'm sure, fair comment, you're just hoping for some improvement from him.
Yeah, listen, you know, he stays well, but he's a horse that you have to ride hard, and, you know, he never gives much reprieve. You've got to be at him the whole way, but he does stay well. So obviously, you know, over that type of trip, he would have an outside chance, but as you say, he does need to improve on his current form.
And Sudden Song, if things click, he could also certainly finish in the money.
Yeah, look, obviously he needed that run back. He had a little break on the farm, so he's definitely a fitter horse now. You know, he's a horse that on his day has a chance, but you know, he's what you see is what you get. So if you're playing wide, include him, but if you fancy something stronger, obviously, you know, it's not an easy race, but I do think they'll both run fair races.
Well, you're going to be very busy on Saturday. All the best, Mr. Crawford. Thank you for your time.
Pleasure.